Welcome back, trainers. So we're going to be taking a look at some PvP battles. These are just going to be free-for-all, so we can just pick whatever kind of Pokemon we want. We're going to be doing 3 battles in the Great, Ultra, and then Master League. So we're going up against Edgar Martinez. He has the Alolan Marowak out here, and I do have the Caesar. I'm not switching out because I will be able to do super effective damage with that Night Slash, and it appears that he does not have Fire Blast on it, so I should be pretty safe to some degree. I did have to use a shield because that Shadow Ball is going to hurt, as you can tell. I didn't want to waste my second one. We're going to go ahead and bring in Rhyperior, doing super effective damage with that Smackdown. In comes the Venusaur, and I must switch immediately because that's going to be doing quite a bit to my Rhyperior. He's going to be switching into the Altaria. I'm going to go ahead and go for that Sludge Bomb, doing a pretty good amount of damage there. We're definitely going to go ahead and shield so we can preserve that Venusaur to last a little bit longer to get off one more Sludge Bomb here to either burn his shield or take out the Altaria. He is going to use his last shield, so we both have 0 left, and this is going down for sure. And we're going to go ahead and bring in the Rhyperior, doing super effective damage with that Smackdown. We do have that Stone Edge ready. Let's go ahead and see if we can finish off that Venusaur here. Almost. So close, and he is going to be getting off his Frenzy Plant, and that is a good game there for the first round. Alright, so moving into round 2 for the Great League. I'm going to start it off with Lucario. I'm going to have Power Up Punch, Counter, and Shadow Ball. He's going to have that Jump Bluff. It's not going to be doing very much damage going up against it, but I just wanted to continuously power up my attack to see how much I would be able to get off. I did go ahead and shield that because I just wanted to preserve as much health as possible, seeing that I was going to go all in with Lucario here and not back out, and I wanted to have as much health as possible. He's going to be continuously doing Energy Ball. It's not very effective, but still doing a good amount of damage. Now I do have the attack boost quite a bit at this point, so let's go ahead and see what's coming out next. And getting one more power-up punch, looking great there. Let's go ahead and see. He shields up. That probably would have just about taken out that Drapion there. And I will be shielding up because I do have one more power-up punch. Yo, let's go. Lucario holding on like a champion, taking out that Drapion there. The attack boost is maxed out at this point. And look how much damage it did with the few counters to that Steelix. Bringing in the Charizard for that super effective damage to take the win here. He's going to be getting off one more crunch. And in comes the Blast Bird. So if you're wondering where are the Tempest Cup videos, there'll be more out. Just be a little bit more patient. We have our tournament coming up on the 21st, so that should be quite exciting. Look forward to that. It's just going to be a couple more days. So starting it off with Altaria, and he has the Alolan Marowak here. Going to go ahead and shield up because Shadow Ball hurts pretty hard. And going to go with that Sky Attack. He will be using the shield. Dragon Breath just eating away into that Alolan Marowak here. And I will be taking the hit quite nicely. It was good that I shielded the first one, though, so I can preserve the health to some degree. Down goes the Marowak. In comes his Altaria. All right, sounds good. I do have something for that. It's going to be Alolan Ninetales, but he switches immediately into Lucario, and I switch to my Crobat. Nothing it's going to be doing, well, at least regarding the fighting, is going to be doing much, but he hits me with the Shadow Ball. It nearly takes me out. I was smacking myself in the head like, are you kidding me? I should have shielded that up. In comes the Alolan Ninetales, going to go for that Psyshock. That charges fairly quick with the Powdered Snow. Really love that. So I am in a decent position here. Not the best. I do have one shield. I will be going for that Dazzling Gleam. I was barely able to get it. I already knew his Sky Attack was almost ready to go. And we take the win there, and that's a good game. So moving on to the Ultra League, I'm going to be starting it off with my Shiny Venusaur. I really like entering with this one from time to time. And he's going in with the Ludicolo. So that bubble is not going to be doing very much damage. I'm going to go ahead and bait the shield here because I already know he knows that I have Sludge Bomb, which will be super effective. And ouch, I didn't realize Ice Beam was coming, but hey, now I know that is actually going to be a new move that it can learn. That they actually added about a couple weeks ago. So in comes the Gliscor, and as soon as I bring in the Kingdra, he does the quick switch into Melmetal here. I'm going to be blocking that Rock Slide because it does hurt pretty good. I'm going to wait. I'm going to try to go for Hydro Pump. Hopefully he does not shield this up, thinking I'm going to do Outrage, which he doesn't, and Hydro Pump does a lot of damage to it. Otherwise, Outrage is not very effective to the Steel, and it would have just been able to tank it. So in comes the Gliscor yet again. I'm just going to Dragon Breath away here and take the Aerial Aces because, well, I have no more shields. He has one left. He probably will be blocking this, yep, to preserve that. And that Gliscor is going to be able to get off charge moves fairly quick because of Fairy Cutter. High energy gain for PvP. I'm going to go ahead and come in with the Crobat here and try to finish it off. Let's see what he does. Aerial Ace. And Crobat is an amazing Pokemon. If you never tried it out before, especially in PvP, the thing is a tank. So we're going to go ahead and finish it off with the quick move there. Starting it off with the Glade, and he's going in with the Alolan Golem. So I'm in a pretty good position until he switches. Let's see what we have here. I'm going to go ahead and switch myself and come in with the Drapion just because I just thought I would use it. Not going to get off the surf because that's not going to be doing very much damage to it. But on the other hand, my quick move Infestation is doing super effective damage on top of charging the energy for my charge moves fairly quick here. So we're just going to go ahead and hit up that Crunch in case he tries getting off some sort of Ice Beam or Hydro Pump. Alright, so he does have 2 shields left, but let's see if we can burn those right now with Aqua Tail onto that Alolan Golem. This is going to be super effective damage. I'm assuming he wants to save it, which he uses both of his shields. And we are going to get taken out for sure here. Going to go ahead and bring in Glade and do a Leaf Blade, which is going to be super effective, taking him almost out. Let's go. There we go. Confusion was able to do that. Now, this is where I get confused. I don't know why I went for Close Combat. I could have went for Leaf Blade twice and been able to take him out really quick, but I decided to go for Close Combat for some reason. I don't know. Maybe because he had no shields, and I just wanted to see how much. In comes Toxicroak, and getting hit with Surf, and finishing it off with the counter, and that's a good game. Alright, so on to the third match for the Ultra League here, starting it off with the Electivire going up against Melmetal, and I didn't realize that Thunder Punch would do a decent amount to the Melmetal, so I switched into my Kingler here, trying to get off Mudshot. I don't know what I was doing. I shouldn't have done that, but that's okay. You live and you learn. So we're going to just continue on here, going to go for the Water Pulse, and he is going to be blocking that. And I'm definitely not going to use another shield here. I'm just going to let my Kingler take the loss and bring in Electivire. And this is where I figure out, oh, Thunder Punch does a decent amount. Yeah, look at that. Could have been staying in the fight and probably used 2 shields and wore him out. Maybe exchange shield using back and forth. So I do go for the Thunder Punch yet again, finishing off that Melmetal. And at this point, I knew I was done with that Flygon being ground type. I was like, it's over. Dragon Claw is going to be doing a good amount of damage to my Yanmega. My Yanmega is not going to be, necessarily threatening that Flygon to any degree, so it's pretty much game over. My Electivire can't do anything in this situation, so the only thing I could do at this point is Thunder Punch as much as possible, which I'm going to be doing, as you can see here. And it doesn't really do anything to Flygon because it is going to be Dragon as well as ground, double resisting electric move. So yep, that's a good game. Now on to the Master. Starting it off with Lucario, he's going in with the Melmetal. I had a smile on my face like, yep, let's go, because we are in a good position because fighting is going to be super effective against that Melmetal. Alright, and now we do have our attack +1 right now at the first stage. We're going to go ahead and shield that up just because we want to preserve as much as we possibly can with Lucario gaining its attack and in a good position with so much health. And at this point I was like, ooh, should I switch? Nah, let's just go ahead and continue on. I did make him burn both of his shields, so we're okay. Also, if you did not know, if you do get an attack boost on your Pokemon and you do switch, that does go away. So that's why I kind of want to just stay out there and just take it. In comes the Alolan Muck here up against the Sceptile. We're in a pretty good spot with Bite. It does take forever to finally get off the charge move, but that's alright. Bite is doing a pretty good amount of damage as well as that tankiness. We're looking okay. Leaf Blade not doing too much. Now let's go ahead and see what comes out. It's going to be Charizard immediately hitting me up with Blast Burn, and I was not able to get off that Dark Pulse, unfortunately. But the Rhyperior coming to save the day with his random Surf, taking out the Charizard. That was a good game for the first Master. Into the second round here. Starting it off with Sceptile myself, and he's going in with Hariyama. Now, in a pretty decent situation, Hariyama is a beast, has a lot of defense as well as great attack and awesome moves, so it's kind of a threat. But I do have a flying charge move, so I'm looking pretty alright, and I will be able to charge it fairly quick here. But he is going to be switching, but I am also in another good position because, well, super effective against Venusaur and charging fairly quick, while that quick move on the Venusaur is not doing much. All I have to look out for is Sludge Bomb, which will take me out basically in one shot, and there it goes, and I will be shielding it up. Since he did switch, he is locked in there, so I might as well shield up and try to get off Aerial Ace and finish off that Venusaur here. And he will be shielding up. That's perfectly fine. He burned through all his shields, and we're looking pretty good now. Gonna go ahead and go with Lucario. Not very effective because it is going to be part poison type, but my plan was to save my Shadow Ball for that Hariyama and just take it out immediately because it will be super effective to me, and I was just thinking about that. Down it goes. There we go. Looking alright. In comes the Jolteon. Now let's just go ahead and get off that power up punch here. And it's not doing too much, but then it's going to actually take me down. Unfortunately, we're not able to get off that many counters there. In comes my Blastoise. Not good. Not good at all. So he will be getting off Thunderbolt and finishing me off. And that is a good game there. Now on to the final battle, folks. Let's go ahead and see what we have going on here. Going to be going in with the Venusaur, and he's going to be starting it off with the Scizor. Now I do switch into the Alolan Muck, and he's bringing out Togekiss. My bite's not going to be very effective, and it's still doing a decent amount of damage. We're going to go ahead and bait that shield with Dark Pulse, and he does pull it up. That wouldn't have done very much damage, but who knows what I was about to get off there, so he had to protect that Togekiss. I will be using my shield as well, because I want to try to get to that Gunk Shot, and there we go. Or Sludge Wave, sorry. I did switch it to that because it doesn't take as much energy. Taking out the Togekiss, and we're looking pretty good here. He's going to hit me up with X-Scissor, finishing me off. I'm going to go ahead and go in with Rampardos. Let's go, doing quite a bit of damage to Scizor there. I'll be switching because Venusaur will take my Rampardos out immediately. And we will take quite a bit of damage from that Sludge Wave. And we're going to return it right back. He does have one more shield left. Now, I was thinking, wow, this is a close game here. I do have the slight upper hand having one more shield left, being able to block this next Sludge Wave. So I go ahead and do that. I was thinking he might bait me out with the Frenzy Plant, but that kind of was a risk to take. So we're going to go ahead and... Oh, what am I doing here? What was I actually doing? Did you see I had both of those plenty charged up? I was saving it for Scizor, but luckily I was able to take him out with Rampardos with a quick move and then get off that Rock Slide. So that was a good game. Thank you for watching, trainers, and I'll be catching you all next time.